Welcome to my Hebrew channel, and this is the concluding video of a series of three. So it's the third video of in Genesis 16, the story of Hagar. And the first part was the whole interaction of Sarai and Abraham and the conflict that induced into the family there. And then the next one was Hagar running away, getting way out into the Negev, quite a ways. And we'll find out here from just where this particular study will tell us just how far that went. And then this is the conclusion then, and it's an opportunity to name a certain place, but also delve into what that means. So it gives us some beautiful understanding of what that place is and its meaning. So we're into the study. Let's get moving here. And she called on the name of Jehovah. I find this kind of interesting to have an Egyptian gal had learned enough about Jehovah, living there with Abraham, I suppose you would, to pray to Jehovah. The calling on the name is to pray to him, and who spoke to her. You are the God who looks at me, because she said, certainly, in this place I have seen the one looking after me. Sort of a rhetorical question. There are hatev pataz here, which bring us to consider using this as a question, but it's an affirming type of question. This isn't a questioning type of question. It is yes, most certainly. The words themselves communicate certainly. Okay, certainly. So she called on the name of Jehovah, who spoke to her. You are the God who looks at me, because she said, certainly, in this place I've seen the one looking after me. But tikra, and it's called out. Tikra is to call, to pray to, with voice. Shem Yehovah, the name of Jehovah. Dover, who has been speaking. Elecha, who's been speaking to me. He's been speaking to me. Ata el, now you. Okay, here's now. Should have put quotation marks here. Ata el ro'i ki amara hagam halom raiti achare ro'i. So it is a little bit enigmatic, but we can sort it out here, and it's worth looking at. But Tekra Shem Yahweh Hadwer Eli, I spoke to her. Ata, you, El, or God, Roi, who is looking, or caring for, looking for, Ki, Amara, because she said then, and then explains what this means here. Incidentally, it's very similar here in terms of what happens with at least this verb and this verb. The verb here, Roi, Resh Aleph, Resh Aleph, Resh Aleph. Resh Aleph Yod, Resh Aleph Yod, Resh Aleph Yod appears 3 times here. So we're just going to sort these out here. So Ata El Roe Ki Amra, you are God who sees me, because she then said, Hagam, Halom, that means certainly, and Halom, in this place, Raiti, I have seen. This is a suffix form then of to see. So the root, if you look it up in the dictionary, would be Resh Aleph Hey. Hey has suffered, would be here Pokpe. And in this place we have the first person singular root in that place here, Raiti, because I have seen. Achre, after, Roi, the one who's after, looking after me. Okay, I have seen the one who's after me. Okay, Achre is behind me. Often the word Elohim Acharim are the gods that are behind me, the ones that are false, but of course in this case it's not. This is the true God here, but the true God is after me, has been looking after me. This is a very beautiful concept of what has happened here. She has run off into the desert, she's found this well, she's talked to the angel of the Lord, and she realizes at this point, hey, in all my troubles, the Lord has been chasing after me. Beautiful concept, and something that we should also hold in our hearts, knowing that if we go through troubles, it could be, why? Because the Lord is chasing after me. And therefore the well was called Be'er Lahai Roy. It lies between Kadesh and Bered. And I have two translations here. This is just leaving what's here in the Hebrew, Be'er Lahai Roy, leaving it in the Hebrew. And then this one out takes it and translates it out. Okay, so this one is what this is the name in Hebrew, and this is what it sounds like, or this is what it is when we translate it into English. Al ken kara leber, and then most certainly called the well. It is called, okay, back to masculine, so it's being called kara leber, to the well. Ber lechai roy, well of the living one who sees me. Okay? Well of the living one who sees me. Hine bein kedesh hu bein bered. Okay? Kedesh is Kadesh is Kadesh Barea, which is, if you go from Gaza down to Elat, halfway down, that's about where. You look on a modern map and you see the little bump in the straight line. That's about where it is. Bein Kedesh Ubain Bared. Okay, so this was a long ways for her to run that far into the desert. Very dangerous thing she did there, but brought her right face to face with the living God. And so Hagar gave birth to Abraham's son, and Abraham gave the name Ishmael to the son Hagar had. Ve'telet Hagar le'Avram ben ve'yekra Avram Shem beno Asher Yelada Hagar Ishmael. Okay? God hears. God has heard. God is hearing. Ve'telet gave birth Hagar to Abraham. Incidentally, it's interesting to see here that this is for Abraham, not really for Sarai. Sarai doesn't adopt this child. Sarah is still at odds with what has happened. Okay, so oh boy. So Teled Agar Ben, his son, he called this he. Okay, so this is a masculine naming ceremony here. Abraham called the name of his son, which was born to Hagar, Ishmael. And we close the chapter up with just an affirmation that he's plenty old here. Abraham was 86 years old when Hagar bore Ishmael to Abraham. And so he's getting on in years and kind of wondering, the promises of God, are they going to be fulfilled? And this with Hagar and with Ishmael was a distraction. And Abraham should have trusted, Sarah should have trusted, but look back and no, it did happen. And sometimes we have to wonder how the Lord moves in mysterious ways his wonders to perform. So that's what happened here. So Abram ben Shemanim Shana, and 80 years, Vishesh Shanim, and 6 years, so 86 years. Beledet Sagar et Ishmael leAvram. And so he was 86 years old when Hagar bore Ishmael for Avram. And interesting history here, and we must learn from it. In difficult circumstances, sometimes even when we try to run away, it only brings us face to face with God. We have to live out our lives in His will. God bless and God care for you in this day. Until the next time.